I'm not fucking happy. Do I look happy? I'm not fucking happy. 2 reasons. I'm still fucking sick. It's been 2 weeks. I've been on a machine every day for 2 weeks to fucking breathe. That's starting to piss me off. But my fucking AWE exhaust that I put on, I don't know, a week and a half ago, that's whatever. So it's on perfectly, right? I mean, it is. It's installed fucking perfectly. Everything's sitting where it's supposed to sit. But the fucking thing, what it's doing is when you drive it, after about 15 minutes of driving, it gets super hot, right? I don't know, 800, 1,000 degrees, whatever the fuck temperature is. Well, the damn thing fucking expands so much that it expands and expands and expands until it hits the rear cradle. I've adjusted this fucking thing like 5 times, maybe. I don't know. It's like every other day I throw it up in there and adjust it. I'm out of ideas. I don't even know what the fuck else to do. When it cools down, it's got like a fucking half-inch gap everywhere. It's perfect. It's freaking perfect. But when, after you, like seriously, you fucking drive it, and once it starts rattling, you can turn it off and go back 5 minutes later, it won't rattle. But then, of course, when it fucking warms back up, it fucking rattles like... Fuck. Fucking AWE. Custom made shit my ass. Fuck's sake. Okay. That rant is over. Alright, let me show you what this fucking thing's doing. There's gonna be a lot of cursing in this video. Alright, so here's the fucking AWE exhaust, right? Okay, looks lovely. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Okay, so you follow it down, you get a connection there, right? Where's the camera? Right there, right? So the band clamp. You get another band clamp here, right there. And if this is our problem, right? So if you look, let me get my bearings. Okay, so you see the distance between the cradle there? It's like, I don't know, it's a finger. Where is it? Right there. So it's a full finger, and then on this side, with 2 things you can see. Oh, I'm lost. Yeah, see the same on this side, right? But look, if you look up at that pipe, you can see where it's been hitting right there. See? Yeah, right there. You see that shiny spot? So what this thing's doing, once it gets fully warmed up, like after 15 minutes of driving, my camera work shit. So this expands so much, like the whole pipe, everything expands out. Well, it expands out where this gap here, it's not there anymore. It's literally completely gone. You know, and this thing's installed exactly where it should be. It's just, the stainless steel, when it expands like that, it's just closing that gap completely. I mean, the gap is not there. I've gotten under it when when it's been doing it, and this piece of pipe is literally touching this. And then you can watch it. If you just lie there and watch the thing cool down, you can see it, shrinking back in, and then it looks like this again. And it looks like there's no problem, right? Tons of space. You can shake it. It's not going to hit. Everything's rock solid. I mean, this thing rock solid. I mean, you can barely move it. It is perfect. But when the damn thing expands, it just ding, 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 ding. It's driving me fucking crazy. So, the only way I know to fix that, in looking at it, is to pull this hanger off. Pull this pipe off. Come here and aim it. Oh, sorry, camera work. Loosen this band clamp off, and I may even loosen these off too, and rotate this pipe down a little bit, and then take this whole box section and pull it towards the ground a little bit more, and hope to fuck that doesn't fuck up all this shit back here, because I spent a long time lining these up perfectly, so all the gaps are right, the angles are right. Yeah. There's a bit of a cluster, I'll be honest with you. This is the 5th time I've had to do this. And I've been sick for like almost 2 weeks now. This is not, I mean, it's not what I should be doing. Whatever. I'm not going to record me dicking around with this. I just wanted to give you guys a follow-up on the AWE exhaust and what it's doing to piss me off. I mean, seriously, this gap right here, it's gone. It is gone when this thing's hot. So, basically, I'm going to disconnect it here, disconnect here. I'm going to disconnect here as well, probably pull that sleeve back off and start dicking around with it. For the money I spent for this thing, you'd think it just, you know, put it right in and be done. It was super expensive, like for what it is. Yeah, $700 something dollars. It was expensive for an exhaust. The sound's fucking brilliant. It's the best. It's exactly the sound I wanted. You know, so all the research I did was worth it. Until it warms up, and then it sounds like a rock inside a can. Or a fucking pair of them Mexican mariachi shaker things, whatever the fuck they are. So, the struggle is real. This is a borderline joke. Let me show you what I did. Don't judge. So, the back still looks good. Gaps are still the same. Nothing's tight. Yes, these are chunks of wood. I have my gaps all set. So they're as big as I can get them. Oh my God, you guys can't probably see anything. Okay, so that's as big as I can get the gaps. They are under a little bit of tension, so I expect them to come back in a touch after I get everything else tight. But everything right now, nothing's connected. It's just sitting there. But everything right now is sitting where I think it should be okay, but who the hell knows. Got a concern on that. That rubber's really stretched out there. Yeah, it's going to want to spring that back. So I may have to bend that piece of that piece of rod right there. I may have to heat that up and just put a little bend in it. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. If it springs back too much, I'll take it off and put a bend in it. But that's a bit of a shit show. You know, it's rattled from the day I put it in. And every time I think I have it, it don't work. Eventually it gets so hot where it stops. Where I had it pretty close once where it would only rattle when you went around a right-hand corner. But even still, what the fuck, you know? Every time you take a right-hand turn, you're like that. I think I found the problem. It's what I suspected. That hanger on the resonator, it's not in the right spot. So I'll show you here where the exhaust. This exhaust sitting perfectly again. All the angles are good. All the gaps are good at the back. Everything's tightened again. But I've got the hanger off of it. I'll show you. Get my light over here. So look here. I can get my. Like before, you could barely get a finger in there. I get my whole hand in there. Same on this side. Look at that. Freaking lovely. It's sitting nice. Now, if you look at this, you see the distance here on this hanger. Watch this. You put the stock rubber, just line it up there. You can see that hanger's low by, you know, it's low by about that much. What's that? 3/4 of an inch? Something like that. So if we just knock this bar up a touch, we'll be good. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is heat this. I'm just going to knock it up at an angle. I'm not going to try and ace it. I have to take it off to do that. So, and as long as it stays where it is, after that's done, that should be it. Let's see how we did. Oh, we're very close. We're very, very close. I think it needs to go about another 3 or 4 mil. Very close. Don't try this at home, kids. I just heat that up till it starts to glow. It bends real easy. Let's see how we did. Oh, I mean, we're right there. Maybe a couple of mil more. That's it. That's it. So you don't want to line them up exactly. You want it to be just a little bit below it, because this hanger, if you can see the holes through it there. I'm not doing a good job there. But this hanger, when you hang it, you want it to be a little like that, a little oblong. You don't want it just sitting there doing nothing. So don't go hold a hole. Don't go hold a hole. You get an infection. You want to go from the center of this one to just below the center of this one, because you want this hanger to actually hold it and do some work. Otherwise, it'd just be there doing nothing. Hold the hole. Oh my God. And we're pretty much there. I'm gonna go get a cloth with some water on it and try and cool that down, because it's red hot. All right, we should be good. This will cool it down. Brake cleaner for the win. All right, and now we still got a lovely big gap here. That's great. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Okay. And the hanger's doing its job, not under too much strain. Okay, we'll give this a try. So if you're going to get an AWE exhaust, make sure you have a lot of patience. You're going to fucking need it. Make sure you got some kind of a torch so you can heat up the brackets, because they don't weld them in the right spot. Yeah, and have some measuring tools just so you make sure your angles are good. Because you don't want to start benting brackets if it's not needed, right? So you want to, make sure you're doing everything right first, and then you can figure out that they maybe welded it in the wrong spot. Which, whatever, it happens. But if your regular Joe Schmo off the street were to buy that and not have the tools or necessarily the skills to see what's going on or correct it, they're not gonna be too happy. I mean, I'm not happy because I had to put my fucking lift for the 4th or 5th time and dick around with it. And it doesn't take me long, right? As a last resort, I started benting brackets. So I spent 5 times just trying to do it with the way it was, and adjustments and moving it. And I'd move it to the right a few mil, it hit in the right. I'd move it back a mil or two, it hit in the left. It was a no-win situation. There was no way I was ever going to get it to work without doing something to it. So after the 5th time, I realized that, and I'm like, all right, I got to start, bending stuff. So I had to bend 2 brackets total. I'll be honest with you. So today I bent that resonator one so that I could drop it to stop the rattle. But I also had to bend the left. I'll show you the left tip here. The bracket above it. It was welded too low. So when you had everything set up, the right side, this side, or to fix the camera, this side was sitting perfectly, but that side was pointing down towards the ground, like a lot, like way too much. So I had to take that bracket, bend the bracket down, which would pull the exhaust up, right? And then, you know, I've had that Rattle forever, like ever since I installed it. So hopefully that's the end of that. All right, I'm gonna take this thing for a freaking drive now. See if it fucking rattles again. Fucking piece of shit. If it does, I'm gonna alter the shape of that exhaust. Yeah. Oh, I got a new shirt. Maybe you can see it. Oh my god, I'm terrible with this camera work today. There's only one of my viewers I think is going to get that. It's Naimh. I think she subscribes to my channel. She always comments on the videos. I'll put a link to her channel, or actually I'll put a link to one of her videos she did with a clock. It's fucking hilarious. She's a trip, man. Next time I go to Ireland, I'm going to tell her I'm coming. If I can, I'll swing by. Me and the Rugrats will invade your house. So yeah, I'm going to take this thing for a drive and get it all warmed up and see, you know, if it rattles again. I give up. So I just got back from driving the GTI, and it didn't make the noise. So I drove it a fair amount, enough to where it would have gotten hot or made the noises before. So I think I got it. Not 100% sure. I need to take it on the motorway and get it really hot. But I did check it when I came back, and of course that it expanded again, that pipe, and I still have about, you know, 3 or 4 blown ones. But I did throw it in hard to a couple right hand corners, and it didn't make the noise. So maybe got it, maybe. But yeah, and that's a lot of money to spend on something that you gotta manipulate and heat and bend brackets and all that kind of stuff. So a little disappointed. Sounds freaking awesome. I mean, I couldn't be happier with the noise and everything, which is what I wanted. But AWE could have done a better job, you know, welding that. I mean, I assume they have a jig that they put it into and weld it. I don't know. Maybe the guy got lazy. Maybe it wasn't sitting in the jig right, because I both the left side brackets were off. So maybe it just wasn't sitting in their jig right or something. Who knows? It's fixed now, hopefully. If not, I'll be making another video.